It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not even about us. It's about legacy. It's about what we choose to leave behind for future generations. And that's why, for the next year, and for the first time since 1974, the best and brightest men and women of nations and corporations the world over will pool their resources, share their collective vision to leave behind a brighter future. It's not about us. Therefore, what I'm saying, if I'm saying anything, is welcome back.
The work of a single organization, the Syndicate. A rogue nation, trained to do what we do, imbued with a new sense of purpose.
The Syndicate, you say? Yes, sir. That's what he calls it.
Before we met with Jean at her home, we accompanied her on a research trip at the Hastings Public Library.
Here I am at the Hastings Public Library, and I'm going in here to look for books and start the whole business of research. That is the first thing that I have to do before I write one of my own books, or biographies usually. Right now I'm working on explorers. So I'm going to be going in here, and you'll see me talking to the librarian, looking at the computer to see what books they have, searching the shelves, then just sitting down and reading, because I have to do a lot of reading before I can go any further. This is really the most fun of all, is doing the research. When I finish the reading, I will go to the place where my characters lived and do some on-the-spot research. But right now I'm at this point, and I will be buried in books for many weeks. And when I finish writing, I hope the book ends up in the children's room here at the Hastings Public Library.
Not only is Bunning after a no-hitter, he's after a perfect ball game. Striking out! A perfect game! A perfect game for Jim Bunning! Here come his teammates! Oh, what a happy scene for the Phils and Jim Bunning! Right here, the pictures are far better than the words. Since 1880 has there been a perfect game in the National League. During the regular season, the last perfect game dates back to 1922. The last perfect game by Don Larson.
Even his fellow Republicans have asked him to stop, but Republican Senator Jim Bunning still has Congress under blockade. For another day, he's kept thousands of unemployed workers from getting their benefits and forced some highway construction projects to stop. Yesterday, you may remember the senator snapped at our John Carl, who tracked him down, so John got his camera and went back again today.
Excuse me.
Jim Bunning was at it again today.
It's not a filibuster when you object, and that ought to be brought out clearly.
Still refusing to extend benefits for hundreds of thousands of unemployed Americans unless Congress comes up with a way to pay for it first. Young Moon, an unemployed microbiologist in Texas, says no unemployment check will mean she will have to move out of her house.
I don't know what's the next step, so.
Brett Ingersoll of Denver is an unemployed forklift operator who has already lost his apartment and is living with friends.
I'm a little scared, to tell you the truth. Well, have you ever been on the streets? Yeah, it's rough out there, you know what I mean?
Today, even fellow Republicans were asking Senator Bunning to relent.
I hope that we can act together for the American people.
Bunning's answer? Still no, unless it's paid for.
I object, and let me...
Objection is heard.
Yesterday, an angry Senator Bunning refused to answer our questions.
Excuse me, this is a senator-only elevator.
Can I come on the elevator?
No.
Today, we tracked him down again.
How long will this last? When do these people expect to see their, excuse me, when will these people expect to see their benefits? How long are you willing to keep this going on?
Bunning told us he is trying to work out a deal with Democratic leader Harry Reid.
Do you think it'll be settled today?
Hopefully.
And are you concerned about how this is played out?
No, I'm not concerned, except for the people.
And when will those people begin to see help?
As soon as possible.
They're still working on that deal. I am told that a deal might be struck by late tonight. By Diane, even as Democrats complain about Bunning's behavior, they are thrilled with the political fallout here. Happy to be fighting an unpopular senator over a bill that's got a lot of popular support.
Okay, John, I know you'll be on duty tonight.
He doesn't need yours. He just wants you to pay for what you said you agreed to pay for.
I wish I could give them back.
Your defense, pardon?
I said I wish I could give them back.
I don't want them.
You say here, in the event that for any reason we break up or end our relationship, you're going to pay him the money. So your defense is that he got another girlfriend, and therefore you shouldn't pay.
It was my choice to break up. I had nothing, no control over it.
You wrote this. It says for any reason.
Well, I didn't recall.
Did he tell you what to write?
So I don't recall. You know, we wrote it at the same time.
You're of age?
Yes, sir.
You knew what you were writing?
Yes. But I had no control over...
You have no control over the operation?
I had no control over the situation about us breaking up. I mean, what, you know...
You want me to read this a third time?
He could have said...
Would you like to read it to yourself? Would you like to read it?
No.
Did you hear what I read?
Yes.
For any reason?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
I guess not.
I guess not. Okay. Judgment for plaintiff for $2,000.
Now as Judge Wapner hears the testimony.
I know you've been sworn. I have read your complaint, sir. You claim you broke a tooth at the defendant's place of business?
Sir.
All right. This is a restaurant?
Right.
Okay. What were you eating?
Shish kebab sandwich.
What's it? How do you make a sandwich out of shish kebab?
I have no idea.
How do you make the shish kebab sandwich?
Well, we'll take the skewer out and just put...
What kind of skewer is it?
Wood.
Wood?
Yeah.
Did you bring an example of wood skewer with you?
No, I didn't. But then put the meat on like pita bread and just roll it.
Do you take the meat off the skewer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And leave the skewer in the restaurant? I mean, where the cook is performing his or her duties. Is that correct?
Actually, I throw it, you know, because you cannot use it again. Because
you throw it away?
Yeah.
All right, so you ate this shish kebab sandwich?
Yes, sir.
What happened?
I found one piece of wood in the sandwich immediately.
and I spit it out.
One piece of wood?
It was a little sliver of wood.
You spit it out?
Right. And I
that
kept
didn't
on,
cause any, excuse me just a minute, that didn't cause any damage?
No.
All right. And then what?
I kept on chewing, and I bit down on another piece of wood that was in there. And it hurt at the time, but I just kind of let it go.
How do you know you bit down on a piece of wood?
Until I spit it out.
What'd you do with it?
I left it on the plate.
Did you show it to the manager?
I showed it to the girl.
Did he show you a piece of wood?
He showed me the first piece, not the second.
The first piece?
Yeah.
How big a piece was it?
Oh, it was about this big. It was shrivels, though. It was all in shrivels, and it looked like, I first thought it was a bug, but it wasn't. And then I told the manager, and he said it was a piece of wood. And it looked like it was shredded, though, like it burnt up.
Like it was burned up?
Yeah.
Is that how the piece of wood looked?
No, it was green. It was about that long.
That long?
Yes, sir.
Is that about a ½ inch or an inch?
About 3/4 of an inch.
3/4 of an inch long? How wide was it?
Oh, it was just a sliver. It was just...
Just a sliver?
The first one, yeah. The second one was a big piece of wood. It was solid, like a toothpick.
I'm talking about the second one.
It was like a toothpick, except it was about 3/4 of an inch long.
What did you feel when you bit into it?
It hurt real bad, but it didn't hurt. The pain kind of subsided. And it kept hurting worse and worse and
worse. Did you see the piece of wood?
Yes. Okay, the piece that he showed me also was the end of it. I think what happened was when they take the meat out of the stick, when he reached the end of it, he broke the end of the stick and he left it in the meat. That's when he put it on the sandwich.
Which tooth was this?
Number 19, whatever that means. No, I have the dental bill here, and also a statement from the dentist. It's gold now. I had it fixed yesterday.
You had it fixed yesterday? How much did you pay to have it fixed?
$395.
Anything? Why are you suing for $1,500, sir?
Well, I got mad when he wouldn't help me pay for the tooth.
Well.
It's not what you did, son, that angers me so. It's who you did it to.
Who? The fucking nobody?
That fucking nobody is John Wick. He once was an associate of ours. We called him Baba Yaga.
The boogeyman?
Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman. Oh, John is a man of focus, commitment, sheer will. Something you know very little about. I once saw him kill 3 men in a bar with a pencil. With a fucking pencil. And suddenly one day, he asked to leave. It's over a woman, of course. So I made a deal with him. I gave him an impossible task. A job no one could have pulled off. The bodies he buried that day lay the foundation of what we are now. And then my son, a few days after his wife died, you steal his car and kill his fucking dog.
Father, I can make this right.
Oh, how do you plan that?
By finishing what I started.
What the? I didn't hear a fucking word I said.
Papa, я все исправлю, пожалуйста.
Dios, muy sen. John will come for you. And you will do nothing because you can do nothing.
That briefcase.
Du säger att jag kan inte. Du vet, jag har ju svårt att tro på dig. Jag har ju byggt den på dina toner. Jag har ju hört dig, Gabriella.
Får jag fråga dig en sak? Varför är du egentligen här? När du kunde...
Ända sedan jag var liten pojke så har jag haft en dröm. Att skapa musik som kan öppna människors hjärtan. Och jag hoppas på det fortfarande.
Donde estoy es territorio sueco.
It was necessary to prevent the country from plunging into total lawlessness.
I will shoot you here. And now. The medicine turned out to be a little bit more bitter than you had imagined. The patient is bleeding to death.
What else do you want me to do, Mr. Ambassador?
The true story of Harold Adelstam, Swedish ambassador and modern-day hero.
Watch carefully, Mr. Ambassador.
The Black Pimpernel.
Jag har spelat tennis med Daniel.
Daniel?
Ja.
Daniel?
Ja, din son Daniel.
Jag vet att det är min son. Varför gör han det?
Ja, därför att han tycker att det är roligt.
Kan inte han spela med sin son?
Men han har ingen son.
Jag förstår. Det var roligt att prata med dig. Det var inte länge sedan.
Var det?
Var det inte?
Du sa alldeles nyss att det inte var länge sedan.
Det är samma sak.
Pain. You've had a lot of pain in your life. Pain seems like maybe it's one of your life lessons this time. One of them, pain.
I look at pain as my friend. Pain is like somebody that's just gonna always be there. And, you know, we learn from each other. You know what I mean?
So you found the good in it. My name is Dr. Siri Satnam Singh, and I'm a licensed therapist. This week, I'm sitting down with a rapper who has a blood disorder that has led to a lifetime of immense physical and mental pain. Today, he is trying to find meaning in his suffering. This is Prodigy of Mobb Deep. Pain. You've had a lot of pain in your life.
I was diagnosed with sickle cell anemia, SS type. That's like the worst form. When I was 3 months old. Sickle cell It's for the people that don't know, you know, it's a hereditary blood disorder where my blood cells don't carry enough oxygen. And when a blood cell doesn't carry enough oxygen, my blood cells change shape. And then they interlock with each other. And then it's like a domino effect. They all start interlocking, and wherever that happens at, that's where the pain happens, as excruciating pain. Like, it's to the point where I can't even move. They have to pick me up or put me in a wheelchair and carry me to the hospital. Like, I can't move my body, I can't move my legs or anything, because the pain is just incredible. I couldn't do any strenuous exercise, couldn't do any contact sports. You know, there's no cure for sickle cell. I don't know, I feel like it gave me a mental disorder a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was really traumatic, just going through all that pain as a kid, and then next thing you know, a week later, I'm back to normal. It made me not believe in, like, God. I ain't believe in God. Just, you know, having conversations with God, begging God to make the pain go away, and then the pain wouldn't go away. So I'm like, who the hell am I talking to? God is not responding, so I don't believe in that. You know what I mean?
Power. What does that word do to you? Power, the loss of power.
The loss of power?
Having the diagnosis that you have, that's a loss of power, that you said it made you really angry at one time. You don't like to be powerless.
I never thought about that till you just said it. Like, that definitely triggers me to become self-destructive. Like, you know what I mean? I just get angry and like.
Oh, yeah. What's one episode that really triggered, you know, your destructive behavior when you had a loss of power? Any business deal, anything?
Yeah, it was the main one. I was doing this business deal with somebody, and they actually took some of the footage. It was like we were shooting something. I had spent a lot of money on this, and they had like hijacked the footage and was demanding more money from me. I was fucking pissed. I threw the phone through the window and all that when I got off the phone to do.